this morning is Eric Marquis. Eric hasn't been on a date in nearly 16 years. So Eric will now again pontificate on a subject for which he is woefully unqualified. Modern dating. His time is 5 to 7 minutes. Please help me welcome Eric to the lecture.
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me clarify that introduction by saying that I haven't been on a date in 16 years for no other reason except for the fact that I don't think my wife would approve. Other than that, I might very well have been out there dating. I read an interesting article in The Atlantic about a week ago about modern dating and how much it has changed, and it got me thinking about really this whole different landscape that people have to navigate now that I never had to navigate. And that's all the online dating services, and now on your phone there are so many apps, from Bumble, Tindr, OkCupid, there's a bunch of them. And this has really changed the way people meet. In 2009, about 20% of couples met online or in a restaurant and bar. Now that number is well over half in just 10 years. So something is going on out there. And it's caused a lot of people, people love to wring their hands about the effects of the internet. Oh, this is going to be terrible. This is awful. It's the end of the world. Maybe, maybe not. One of the ways that we used to, and really the only way people used to meet, is through introductions by family and friends. That was the way commonly it was done. And quite frankly, if your mom and dad knew you, and they might have known other people, but their pool of subjects was relatively small. You were in fact kind of being underserved by your parents. They couldn't come up with 1 million people to recommend to you and let you be the judge. Now actually you can. With all these different apps, there are millions of people online. And if you drill down, it can become very specific. I mean, there are apps out there for people looking for Catholic partners, people looking for Jewish partners, Muslim partners. You might be looking for a divorced Catholic mountain climber. And there's an app out there that will help you find that person who may be out there wandering around somewhere in a totally other state. You live here, they live all the way over there, and you meet online, and who knows what might happen. So there are aspects of it that are good. It's brought people who are looking for very specific things a way to do it pretty efficiently. But I wonder too about longevity of those kind of relationships, and it's really such a new thing that they haven't done any research on it, only that more people are meeting that way. There hasn't been enough time, particularly in what they call the 5 years since Tindr went online. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Tindr, it's the most popular app out there. You go on there, all you do is see pictures of people, and if you swipe right, they look pretty good and you're interested. If you swipe left, no thank you. And that app has really changed a lot of things. It's first off changed dating not to who might be in tune with me and aspects of my life, likes and dislikes, but your first instinct on meeting people is, do they look good? Are they good looking? Can I be seen out in public with this other person? Because, you know, I'm special. So. And I thought about this because now my parents were married for 63 years. My mom passed away a few years ago. When she did, they'd been married for 63 years. They met on a blind date, which was set up by my dad's sister, family and friends. She set him up. They got married. They were engaged 3 weeks later, got married 2 months later, and stayed married for 62 years. Now, that kind of thing has really kind of gone to the wayside. Dating has become this instrument of, you know, maximum utility. So many people. If I just keep drilling down, I'm going to find the right one in there somewhere because they've got to be out there. There's so many people. And you spend all this time. And there's a thing in psychology called the paradox of choice. And the paradox of choice is that you're paralyzed if you have too many choices. And some psychologists disagree with this, but there have been some real studies on this that I think are true. And so suddenly, for the first time when it comes to dating or relationships, you're in a situation where you have so many choices. You can become a serial dater and you're just out there dating for years. You become great at ordering in restaurants and you do all this stuff, and you know, you become a professional dater, but you don't know a darn thing about relationships. You know how to order at a restaurant, but you don't know anything else. And so there's that aspect of it. But this is something that's not really going to change. It's here for good. And this is the way people are going to meet from now on. And you know, you're online, everything about you's online, and you're constantly being judged by everybody looking at you. Gee, God, look at that outfit he's wearing in that picture. My God, he eats at that restaurant? Why did he go to Florida for vacation? I hate Florida. You know, people are judging you all the time, and they can be cruel. But I was thinking about this at the beginning. Well, what is it you might ask, and well, might ask, what do I know about this kind of dating? Well, 16 years ago, I met my wife on Match.com, and we've been happily married ever since. Thank you.